Hi everyone, welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. My name is Safia and today I am sharing the Felt Cheeky Apple cutting dies from Spellbinders. Sadly, I don't have any felt. I also never really stitch anything, so I have no thread, like embroidery thread, and so I just decided I'm going to use this with paper and make a bigger card than I normally do. So I've got all of my pieces here and I'm just gonna use them in different colors to kind of cut them out. The red is the color of the apple, and so I'm doing that in red. And then the extra pieces, I'm just doing them in white, and so I can color them in whatever color I want. It's actually more of a vanilla color there. I didn't want to use a stark white. So for the extra pieces here, those are the blush, that's the little face there. And then I've got the arms and the inner part of the apple, like the seeds that go in there. And so for that, I decided to color everything in with E18. I thought that was a really nice brown color that you would find inside an apple, like with the seeds. I'm also going to be using that brown for my stem to kind of match. And I tried to color the inner part of the stem just a little bit darker. The nice thing with Copics is you can just kind of add the same color over top and then it'll look like it's blending. And then I also used my E18 for the arms on that apple. It'd be kind of silly to use a different color, and so I didn't use a different color for that. I also used the same color for the apple's little mouth piece there, which I have already colored in. And don't be afraid to color on top of your glass mat. I always just take a baby wipe and wipe it when I'm done with my coloring, and that seems to not leave any stains at all on my glass mat, in case you're wondering. For the cheeks there, I'm going to use some R20. That's my favorite color to do any kind of blush on critters. And so I thought it'd be perfect for the cheeks there as well on that apple. And then for the eyes, I'm using my darkest neutral gray, which is N8. And I'm just going to go ahead and color in those eyes. Okay, and now that that's done, I'm just going to start putting my apple together. So I am taking the inside of the apple and I'm just going to line them up over top of those holes and glue that down. I didn't put any glue over the whole area or it would have gotten really sticky. So make sure when you're using that liquid glue, avoid the holes if you're using it like this. I mean, even if you didn't have felt and you had the thread and the needle, you could still add that stitching onto there if you wanted to. But, you know, I kind of like how it looked without the stitching. Like, it already looks like there's stitching on there. And so that was kind of a bonus. Then I just took my glue and I made like a mouth shape, and then I added some cheeks with just some dots of glue. And so I can just easily pick up those little pieces and make the mouth and the face and add my cheeks. The next thing I'm doing here is taking my stem and kind of just putting that on the main apple piece. I didn't feel like the other piece needed a stem, and so I didn't cut out a stem for that. For my leaf on the open part of the apple, I kind of stuck it in behind the white piece of paper, and so it's not just sitting on top. And then for the piece with the face on it, I stuck the leaf a little bit under, just to give it some dimension. And so now I'm just adding on my arms for the final part of this. And I just put some glue on the arm and then stuck my apple over top of the arm exactly where I wanted it. Now I'm using Lawn Fawn's Absolutely Awesome for my greeting, and I thought this would be perfect for like a teacher. The end of year is coming up, and so this is going to be perfect for that. super easy to put together a card. I also decided to emboss that on some black cardstock, and so right now I'm just stamping that with some Versamark ink, and then I'm just going to grab my white embossing powder and sprinkle it over top so that it sticks onto what I've stamped there. A nice tip is to use if you have like a dryer sheet or something, you could just wipe it across the black surface and then stamp so that your fingerprints don't get on there and no additional powder sticks. And so you get a very clean embossed look if you do it that way. And now I'm just heat embossing that so it stays. And I love how it just turns to like such a stark white after you've heat embossed it. Now for my card, I'm making a 5x7 card. I've never actually made a 5x7 card. This was my first time, but these apple pieces were so big and I didn't want to squish them on the standard card size. And so I had this watercolor paper from Craft Consortium and I thought it would look perfect in behind this apple. Initially, I thought I would do the watercolor myself, but if you have the paper, why not just use it? But it would be really easy to create that color and just do a little watercolor background. Then I matted it on some black just to make it pop. And now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing the apple down on there. Now you see I made a little pencil mark, so I knew exactly where I needed to stick that apple once I had decided where I wanted to put it. For the face part of the apple, I am using some foam squares here, and this is just some leftover I had on hand, and so I'm just using it up to put on that giant apple. And it looks great this way because it looks like the bottom piece is kind of sitting under the top piece, and I really loved that look. Then I made a little bow out of some gingham ribbon that I had on hand, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on top of the apple. There is a little flower piece that comes with the die set, and so if you wanted to use that, you're more than welcome, but I had the gingham ribbon and I don't really use it much, and so I thought it looked really cute on top of that apple. So now that I've got my greeting, I cut out both pieces and I'm just sticking them on with some foam squares. And the last thing I'm going to do is just add a few black embellishments to kind of bring that all together. I really like how quickly this card came together. I'm very busy with my 2 kids, and so it's really great when you have something that you can put together really quickly and you don't need to think about it too much. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, go ahead and subscribe to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel, and if you feel like you need to keep watching, here's a couple of other videos from our other designers. They all do great work, so be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching today. Bye.